Welcome to jog warm-up number 1. This is really good for if you're doing any hill work, stair work, you're going out for a jog or an extended walk. It's really good just to get the body prepped and ready for that kind of loading. Just to start with, 2 to 3 minutes, easy jog walk. This can just be a walk around the block, walk around an oval, light jog. Just nice and easy, just to get a light sweat up, heart rate slightly elevated, but it's just an easy walk. So if you want, you can pause the video, go out for your 2 to 3 minute walks, then come back in and get on with it. Next piece is calf pumps. So you've got 20 reps, starting in a tall plank position, dropping the heels towards the ground with straight knees. We're going to send one heel down, and we're just going to alternate legs here, holding for 2 to 3 seconds in that stretch position. Goal is to get a nice stretch through those calf muscles. So holding for 2 to 3 seconds to start with. Once you've done a couple of reps, 6, 7, 8 reps, you can hold for a shorter amount of time. So 1 to 2 seconds before eventually just picking those feet up and walking them out. Feel free to play around with the position. You can walk those feet a little bit closer towards your hands. You can also try with a slightly bent knee. This does put a little bit more pressure around the ankle joint, but it also does stretch some of those deeper calf muscles. So just see how you go with that one, nice and gently. Start with straight legs, dropping those heels down, and then if you'd like to, you can play around with those other positions. The next piece is some dynamic work. So you'll need about a 5 meter stretch of ground, ideally something that's relatively flat. We've got minimal chance of rolling ankles and things like that. First one is a heel walk. So we're going to lift our toes off the ground and we're just walking on our heels. Just to start, this can just be a normal walk for 5 meters. It's working all the little dorsiflexors or the muscles at the front of the shin that bring our toe up towards the knee. More advanced version is you can drive opposite arm to opposite knee, stay nice and tall on that grounded leg. As you go, see if you can pause for a moment in that top position. Remember, the goal is for the foot that's on the ground to keep that front toe off and just keep weight through the heels. So 2 laps of 5 meters. Next one is a tall walk. So this one we're getting right up into our toes, staying as tall as possible. We're even going to bring those arms overhead, staying as tall and upright as possible, and we're just going to walk forwards for 5 meters. It's going to feel really strange. If you're a little bit self-conscious, you will still get plenty of value doing it with your hands by your side. So 2 laps of 5 meters again, nice and tall, up on the balls of your feet, and we're just going to walk. Don't let those hips drop out to the side. We want to stay braced through our core, glutes squeezed, really tall walks there. Next one is a leg swing. So nice and tall on the grounded leg. You can use an upright for support for this one. Alternatively, just stay nice and tall on the grounded leg, balancing on the spot and gradually increasing the range. If you're finding that your stability is affecting your ability to get a nice stretch, head over to an upright. The goal here is to gradually increase range with each swing. We're keeping the core nice and braced. So on that back swing, we're not arching the lower back. We want to keep the core nice and tight, just so we're getting a nice stretch through the quad and hip flexor on that back swing. So 10 each side here, and we're going to go through that twice. So in total, you would have done 20 on each leg. After that, it's an alternating lunge and twist. So feet are shoulder width apart, imagining they're on train tracks. You're stepping back, keeping those legs on train tracks, slowly lowering down, back legs just off the ground. From here, center of the chest is going to be sent over that front leg. So I've got my left leg forward. I'm going to rotate so my chest goes over that left leg and as far around as I can to that left-hand side. Back to the center, stand up and reset. So slowly lower down, rotating the other way this time, trying to get as far around as you can. You can bring those arms out and rotate them a bit further if you like. It's totally up to you. So make sure you're nice and balanced, using those core muscles to get right around as far as you can and making sure you're staying balanced right through your full range of movement. You should find that you're getting a little bit further around each time. You'll feel some of those muscles activating through your core, and you should also get a light stretch down the front of that back leg as you rotate round. So that one is for 10 reps. Once you finish there, we move on to 10 squats. So from here, feet are shoulder width apart or just wider than shoulder width. Soft knees, we're sitting our hips back just as if we're about to sit on something. We're sitting down as far as we can go before our heels want to come off the ground or before our lower back wants to tuck under and our hips want to tuck under. So work with the range that you've got, go down just before that starts to happen. If you're quite mobile, you'll be able to sit all the way down to a bottom squat position. Make sure if you do this, you stay active and you're not rounding your back and tucking those hips under into the bottom position. So stay nice and active, nice flat back, up to squeeze the glutes. So try and keep the weight over the center of your foot, over your midfoot. And that's for 10 reps. Once you finish there, we're gonna move into some run through. So these are for 50 meters. So plot out a 50-meter stretch, might be between 2 power poles if you're just running around the block. Might be on the oval, you can pace it out, or approximately half of a soccer field. It doesn't have to be exactly 50. First run through is about 6 out of 10. So about 60% pace if 100% was a full maximum effort sprint. You're gonna go out 60%, nice and easy, walk your way back. The next two are at 70% or 7 out of 10 RPE. So you're gonna set up, go through 2 50-meter sprints at 7 out of 10. And by that time, you should be nice and prepped just to start getting into your session or easing into whatever session you've got coming up. Enjoy.